We won't talk again. Not until the storm is over.
I don't like it. This man, you know what he's capable of. You need to end this now.
I ran away as a boy. My friend and I. Away from that place. We came upon a small farming community. The people were dirt poor, but this woman, she took us in. We were awakened the next morning by the shots. A dozen people lay face down in the snow. Our warden didn't like to leave witnesses. They shot the woman and her family last. They made sure that we watched the whole thing. This is your gift, the warden told us. Your gift and your curse. Touching lives only by ending them.
You know him.
Yo, what's up guys? It's Gamerverse back again here to do another review for you guys today, man. Today we are reviewing Hitman World of Assassination in 2025. If you didn't know what this game is, it is the recent Hitman games, Hitman 1, 2, and 3, combined into a trilogy bundle with DLCs, and it brings the ultimate experience. The game is also out on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Of course, we are reviewing it on PC, but there's a lot of elements that will apply to console if you are a console player. So stay tuned. I will cover a bunch of topics in this video, describing the game, talking about the game a little bit, and at the end of the video I will give my final score and give my final verdict, and hopefully you'll decide if you do want to play the game or not. And if you are a returning player, hopefully you want to get back into the game, this video is for you. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. It is released on PC, of course. Like I said, it's on console, and there's been a couple of patches for the game, a lot of patches as of 2025. But yeah, I'm here to cover topics for the game, and then at the end of the video, like I said, I will give a final score. First topic, let's talk about the graphics. The graphics are very much looks amazing compared to when the game came out. They revamped the graphics for PS5 and PC. You can go from low to ultra settings. The performance is really good. I did experience 90 FPS on high settings. It looks amazing. The game compares very well to like when it came out in 2021, I think. Hitman 3 came out, or 2022, and it just looks amazing. And it's so much like there's a big difference obviously compared to when it came out, but like with this whole bundle, they revamped the game so much, and it does look really well. In some parts of the game, it just looks so realistic compared to how it looked back in 2022. So yeah, the graphics are great, the art style is really good, lighting, textures, character models look amazing. Yeah, next let's talk about the story. So the story in the game, basically you are Hitman, and if you don't know what Hitman is an old game. It's been coming along for like more than 10-20 years almost, and the game takes some interesting topics. You play as 47, you get trained in, as I said, this is a bundle, so it's like Hitman 1, 2, and 3 are all combined together. So you get the complete story with one game, so you don't have to like download the first one, download the second one. You got the whole bundle in one game, so when you have access to all of the missions from part 1, 2, and 3, you can hop around between it. And the story basically is about you are Hitman, and it's all about taking down contracts, completing contracts for the agency that you work for. And there's a lot of things that happens in between, like story wise. Some things go wrong, and then some things go right, and you gotta kind of like manage everything and be the Hitman, take out who needs to be taken out. What more can I say about the story? I don't want to spoil too much, but basically this is like a finale for Hitman. If you play it from part 1 to 3, you understand why it has come to an end. I'm not sure if they're planning to expand the story, because they did kind of do it with a Hitman freelance. It's basically at the end of the game you get to do freelance contracts and you get to go online, get contracts from other people online, and that kind of just expands the game a little bit more. Agent 47 is not dead. Spoiler, he doesn't die in part 3, the final part. So yeah, like I said, you get to take on more missions even though you're done with the story. Take on more contracts, whatever. Yeah, that's the story. I don't want to talk too much about the story because the story needs to be played and I don't want to spoil anything for you. Next, let's talk about the gameplay mechanics. You got stealth, you got AI behavior that's improved. You obviously get to approach Hitman in a way where it's like you can approach action packed or you can approach stealthy. It's all up to you basically. And in some cases you decide to go stealthy, and believe it or not, but you can go the entire game not being seen and not being noticed at all. Gameplay mechanics are so unique in that fact. Obviously, the stealth system is one of the best features of the games. You get to use disguises, you hide bodies. The AI picks up on suspicious behavior, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, that's it for gameplay mechanics. Basically, you are Hitman. You gotta take out these people, and you got weapons. You got a lot of weapons, basically. And before you do any contract, you get to prepare for it. So before you go ahead and take on a mission, you get to pick how you want to approach it, which weapons you want to choose, which weapons you want to smuggle into the game, like use ICA's power in the game. So that's one of the features I really enjoyed. Like you get to plan everything. It's not just like you get thrown into the map and you got to figure it out, but you get to pre-plan your contracts, missions essentially. So yeah, that was really cool. That's it for the gameplay. I don't want to talk too much about the gameplay as well. I think I said what needed to be said, and yeah, you basically enjoy this whole bundle basically with all of the amount of weapons and characters that it brings along. Yeah, that's it for gameplay. Next, let's talk a little bit about the content, DLC. The amount of content that there is, like I said, it's the main campaign for all 3 Hitmans, 1, 2, and 3, and that includes at least 10 missions per game. So that's about 30 missions, or maybe like 25 or 20 missions that you do throughout the whole game, World of Assassination. And there is a mastery system as well. Mastery system is if you are connected, obviously when you complete a mission, you get a report on how you completed the mission, how well you did, and what specific tactics you used, what things you used, unlockables, and obviously with the contracts mode, you get to see how you can improve and how you can do better when it comes to your next mission. Elusive targets, of course, there's the Freelancer mode that I mentioned. Elusive targets are the DLC for the game. They are like probably 10 side missions. So after you completed the game, you've got about 10 side missions that you can do, plus the Freelancer mode, which is really awesome. New players will really feel very welcomed with this added DLC. Returning players probably know a little bit more about it, but there is some new stuff that was introduced with the recent updates. So yeah. Next, let's talk about the sound. Let's talk sound.
Boss is unhappy. I followed you from Italy. I guess when you're invisible, you stop looking over your shoulder.
You did this.
Iago exposed you. ICA did the heavy lifting.
This was no coincidence.
Not by a long shot. Thomas Cross had billions in hidden offshore accounts, all stripped clean within hours of the kidnapping. Someone wanted the son dead to lure out the father. Someone smart enough to stay in the shadows while we did the wet work, and the Highmoors picked up the check.
A shadow client. Someone got rich. The contract was just. That was the sound problem.
The sound design in the game is very well done. There is environmental immersion in the game. The voice acting is done really well. 47's voice is so good. They really did well when it comes to his voice, and the soundtrack quality is really good. Everything really fits the game when it comes to that aspect. The sound was done very well. No complaints for the sound, so well done on the sound. IO Interactive. IO Interactive is the team that produced the game, so they did really well. So yeah, next let's talk about performance. I know we did touch a little bit on the performance earlier in the video, but I just want to talk a little bit more about it. There aren't any technical problems. I didn't experience any glitches, balancing issues, overpowered items, broken mechanics, none of that. And nothing feels outdated by 2025 standards at all. The FPS counter was just through the roof. Sometimes I was getting like 90, 80 frames per second. Really, really amazing to play a game with that FPS count. That's it for performance. Next, I do want to talk final verdict. My final score for the game, who would enjoy the game, is it still one of the best stealth experiences in the video game genre. In the stealth genre, and is it worth your time? Definitely, the game is really worth your time. It is obviously a long game, but it is an amazing story to play through, and it is a very unique game. And I would recommend this game for people who love stealth games, but also for people who love action-oriented games and crime games, basically. And I feel like those type of people will enjoy the game most, but the game is basically for anybody. And it brings a lot of unique features, and it is one of the best games I've ever played on PC. I've been playing Hitman for, like I told you, Hitman has a lot of games, and they've been doing it for more than 20 years or 10 years. And the world of Assassination is just bringing along the entire story spectrum for Hitman. So my final score for the game is a solid 9 out of 10. I'm giving the game a solid 9 out of 10. And let me know what you think about it. So let me know. I feel like the game deserves a solid 9 out of 10. If you feel like you got a different opinion, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the game. If you played it already, let me know. Thanks so much for watching this video. This was a review for Hitman World of Assassination for PC. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out my other videos. I do a bunch of reviews on there and gaming content for PC specifically. So yeah, you'll enjoy it. Go ahead and check out my channel. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in another video.